Hi guys.
Hi, welcome back.
I'm Ellie.
I'm Anna.
Welcome to Chronically Chill.
Right, and Moki.
Oh, and this is... Yes, that is Moki. We hope you enjoyed our last episode.
Yes, happy April Fool's Day.
Yes.
We recruited the boys to do a little prank with us.
Yes. Which, I can't remember who talked about it first, but it literally was like last year. Because I think it was like a couple weeks after. When did we record our first episode? It was in April, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh,
or
yeah.
March?
Yeah, it was like around this time.
And I remember someone being like, oh, we should have done an April Fool's episode. I think it was Thompson.
We've been talking about it for so long.
For literally a year. This was a year in the makings. Yes. Could you tell?
Well, it's like it doesn't
High production.
Like line up with our recording drop updates, and then we didn't drop on Friday, and we were still going to do this as like a bonus episode, but then we didn't drop on Friday, so I'm like, oh, let's just pretend this is like the episode we were going to do.
Yeah.
And I thought it was fun.
So funny.
The boys are just... Zach was so nervous. He made me go in the other room.
Yes, I had to go in the other room too and shut the door.
They're so funny. But if you guys like didn't know, our boyfriends are like friends in real life.
Yeah.
And they're very cute together. So
well, they're forced to hang out all the time, so they have to like each other.
Luckily, yeah. Luckily it worked out for them.
I just realized I'm playing with this cord, so hopefully.
Oh, I'm sure you're fine.
Okay. I'm just gonna set it over here so it's not a
nuisance.
Yeah, it's April Fool's Day today. It's Tuesday.
Have you been fooled?
No. Thompson wanted to fool you and Zach, but
what was he gonna do?
He's like, he called me, he's like, I feel like we should do prank on Anna and Zach. I'm like, okay, what? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, okay, well
you got to think about these a year in advance at least.
Literally. No, I've been home alone all day, so
yeah,
there's no one here to prank me.
I was just like, before I left the house, I was like, wow, I haven't been like fooled today. And then when I was leaving, I was like, oh, like my friend Lauren, she texted me today and she was like, my social security number got stolen, like blah blah blah. But I'm like, was that a joke? Yeah, because we went through the whole conversation and she never said April Fool's. Maybe I'll text her later and be like, was that a joke? But like, if not, she's like, yeah, like yesterday they emailed me that someone opened an account with my social security number and I thought it was a scam.
Scary.
And then they opened like multiple accounts and I had to freeze my credit. And I'm like, oh my God, can you do credit monitoring? She's like, yeah, but I have to pay for it.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that is true. So yeah, maybe I'm not being pranked. But
I know a girl, we followed each other on Instagram for like a while, and then I realized that she was my neighbor. It was a really weird experience. But she had her social security number stolen like 3 years ago, and she's still dealing with it. The person like legit, like somewhere over here, was like living over here, moved across the country, got like multiple apartments over on the East Coast, like under her name, opened up credit cards. I don't know the extent of it, but like once a month she'll post like an update.
That's crazy.
I know.
I haven't had anything like that happen to me, luckily. I'm very thankful. But my sister's husband passed away when I was a senior in high school, and like once a year she has to prove that he's still dead.
It's so crazy.
Which is crazy.
So crazy.
Because she receives like I don't know what it's called. Like
actually, he came back to life this year.
Oh, actually, he's alive now. No, she claims his like social security or something for the kids, for their kids. Yeah. And then like once a year, they're like, "Are you sure he's dead?" And then she has to like go through the whole process in order to get her benefits.
That's so crazy. I was thinking about, just because there's been a lot of death around me recently, I've just been thinking about when someone dies and like what happens with all of their debt and just how stressful dealing with all of that is when you're like trying to grieve someone.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Crazy. Anyway.
Let us know if any of you got fooled
Let me know if you were pranked, especially by us.
Yes.
I know our cousin Amber was like, I started the episode and I was like, what's going on? So that's fun.
That's so funny.
Do you have, when did we last record?
Our episode went out on the 23rd. I just checked because I was like, what did I talk about?
I know. I didn't even think to listen back, but
I know that I had talked about my trip.
Oh,
so post-trip, highs and lows. We didn't record and post last week because I just had a really shitty week last week. I had my trip. We got home that Monday/Tuesday, and then we recorded, and I was tired, but like I needed to get back to work immediately. Like I needed to catch up on a lot, so I like didn't even let myself breathe for 5 seconds. And so then once the week had ended and I was like, okay, weekend, I think my brain like finally was like, oh my god, hello.
You haven't stopped.
Yes. And so the majority of last week I just spent like exhausted and isolating, and I was feeling really depressed because I was so tired, because I get like so withdrawn because you're tired. I'm tired. I don't want to interact socially. I don't want to whatever. And so it mimics a lot of like my regular depression symptoms. And so then I just start to feel depressed. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to whatever. So that was my low. But then my high was in the lowness. Me and Thompson spent a lot of time together. And we started playing video games again.
Yay.
Which it's like how we talk about like The Sims, like just once a month or once every few months, I'm like, that's all I'm doing. We get that way with video games, because neither of us are really big, like we didn't play video games growing up, but like we just have the desire to now, and so we're not very good. But we've been playing Fortnite and just like a couple other little games. We started Not Cooking Mama, Overcooked, which is like everybody talks about it, like breaks up friendships and relationships because it is so stressful.
And you play it like together or against each other?
Together. It's kind of like Cooking Mama, where like you're two characters and you have to make and serve these dishes, but it gets really, really complicated. And like if you're not overly communicating the whole time, like you're fucking each other up. And I like turned off the switch a couple times because I was like, I'm done. So anyways, that is one of my highs. I just feel like internally I was feeling like awful, but because of that I was like really trying to push myself to not feel that way. So I had a lot of like good, not activities, but experiences, I guess.
Yeah.
While I was feeling that way. This weekend I was finally starting to feel normal, and so we walked to a coffee shop down the road and got brunch, and we finished our gallery wall.
If you're watching, the gallery wall is complete.
And
no, you already replaced the frame.
no, there's just no glass in it.
Oh, no glass.
Yeah, so
if you listen to the April Fool's episode.
Yes, it shattered. And so I need to get another frame, but I was so excited to put it up that I'm like, I'm just putting this up without glass.
I mean, honestly, you can't even tell.
Yeah. I think it does need something above the Phoebe Bridgers poster, but
yeah,
the time will come. I'm not too stressed about it.
Yeah. Let it grow organically.
Yes. So
cute. That's
my high and low.
Good. Do you have a basement? Or do you want to think while I do mine?
I'm going to go ahead and think.
Okay. All right. I'm having a pretty good day today.
Yeah.
I'm having like a lucky day. I like worked from home today, which I usually do on Tuesdays, which is great. So I love my work from home days. And Abby Jimenez's new book came out today. So after work, I went and got that. And Skrillex's new album came out today, and so I listened to that. I had therapy today. I've officially been downgraded from severe OCD to moderate OCD. Yeah, like I'm just having a good day today. And then the sun was shining at one point, and
it's gonna be so nice this weekend.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
But I guess my low was that Zach was out of town, and I hate when he's gone.
Yeah,
like I just don't sleep well, and Yep, and so I just have a hard time with that. But yeah, I think that was my low.
Thompson leaves on Thursday and gets back Friday. And I feel like that's almost worse because like I don't have time to adjust.
Right.
It's just one
awful night. Yeah.
I didn't think about a basement. I think my basement is CapCut.
Oh, yeah.
You guys, like, it's just what I use because it's what everybody uses.
It's honestly, like, when TikTok was offline for like 12 hours.
Yes.
Because I use CapCut too. And I was trying to edit something, I think, for the podcast or whatever. But then you couldn't use CapCut because it's owned by TikTok.
Yeah.
I've tried multiple different apps. They suck compared to CapCut. CapCut's so user-friendly, so easy to use.
It's so easy, especially on mobile. My problem is that I'm just so used to the Apple ecosystem and being able to transfer things so seamlessly between my phone and my laptop. Trying to get CapCut to work, like I needed clips from my phone and get them on. It was like, I don't know. It was awful. I hated my life today. I had a really busy day at work and I was trying, there's 2 pretty big videos I needed to try to get done for like review. And I spent like 4 hours on CapCut, just like quitting, like restarting the app, trying to get things to load. There was a point where like, you know the noise where you like click on something on your Mac and you're not supposed to? It goes like, well,
yes.
Yeah, it kept doing that over and over and over. I wanted to die. So CapCut is in my basement. And I think I'm just going to have to get like one of the Adobe ones. Adobe Premiere.
Yeah.
With the amount of video editing I do.
Yeah.
Because I'm just a graphic designer and a video editor. And
every day.
Yes.
My basement is, I'm pretty sure, I made like a note and then we use my phone to record, but I'm pretty sure this is what I put down. My basement is life coaches.
Okay. Yes.
Life coaches like annoy the shit out of me and like I couldn't like articulate fully why.
Like what kind of life coach? Like paint the picture for me.
So this may ruffle some feathers because the 2 people I'm going to say that I don't like, I think a lot of people do like.
Okay.
And if you like them, that's fine.
Yeah.
This is me.
Anna just hates
this
you.
This is real. This is me. I feel bad saying them because I know people like them. But one of my goals this year is to be more like less passive because I'm always worried about hurting people's feelings, but then I don't get to say my true feelings.
Yes.
So the 2 people I hate are Mel Robbins and Jay Shetty. So
oh yeah.
If you aren't familiar, Jay Shetty has like a whole podcast, but Mel Robbins is like the big like let them theory person.
Okay, I need to look at pictures of that. I know who Jay Shetty is, but I need to look at pictures of Mel what?
Robbins, Robbins.
Oh.
I just like, there's something about a life coach that just rubs me the wrong way. And then I like read their stuff and like, these people are super famous and make a lot of fucking money. And I'm like, this is not anything revolutionary. Also not anything relatable. You can't hear in therapy or relatable. Why? Yeah. Like, I don't want to have a life coach that is basically a celebrity.
Right.
Like, and I don't know. If you like these people, again, I'm not like, this is not a dig at you. It's just like, I think they're shitty, honestly.
I don't think it's that as hot of a take as you think it is. Because I also find life coaches annoying just because I feel like that's just like a therapist job.
Right. Like it just does cross the line. Yeah. Like they can, anyone can be a life coach.
Right.
You don't have to have any therapy training.
Yeah.
None of that. Like you're not a licensed therapist. You're a life coach. And that's what you just choose to do because you think your thoughts are so better than everyone else's, that you're going to guide everyone in life. Like there's something so self-centered about being a life coach.
Yeah.
That annoys me so much.
I've never thought about that. But yeah, I mean, I don't consume a lot of life coach content.
I don't either. So. But Mel Robbins just kept popping up on my For You page, and that was already annoying enough. And I like a couple of, like, I love Brene Brown, but she kept popping up and I'm like, she's annoying.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like they both are like act in that sphere of like, well, if you're not doing it, then it's not important to you, which I don't believe is true. If you're not doing it, it's not a priority to you. I think every day about how I should go to the gym, and it would feel good for me, and I'm not doing it because of so much that I wouldn't even get into on here. But like, that doesn't mean it's not a priority to me because I'm not doing it. Like, you don't know me,
right?
And so I don't know, something about life coaches, motivational content. That's my basement.
Also, like, I wish we could live in a world that was like, if you're not doing it, it's not a priority to you. Like, I only have so many hours in the day. I only have so much energy. I only have so many shits to give sometimes. That, like, Yeah, just because I'm not doing it right now doesn't mean it's not a priority to me.
No. And like so many things are priority
It's
to
a
me.
very like negative way to live.
Also, yeah, and it's also privileged.
Yes.
I think. And
Yes.
so, because like Shetty has this thing where he's like, if something negative happens, just reframe it into a positive mindset and blah, blah, blah. And that leans into the toxic positivity for me, which I do not like. Of like, if you lose your job and you can't feed your family because you lost your job, how are you to reframe that as something positive?
Right.
Or he's like, put yourself in a new environment. You know how hard that is for someone to like pick up and move into it?
Negative emotions, we've talked about this with specific emotions, but negative emotions can be very productive.
Yes, and like...
And are important.
Sometimes things just suck and you don't need to reframe them.
No.
At all.
Yeah.
So...
I've listened to a couple Jay Shetty podcast episodes just when he has like giant celebrities on, just because I'm interested. But I've never consumed any of his other content.
I'm not...
Really, the only like life coaches I've ever not even like consumed their content, but just like been around is my ex used to watch a lot of like David Goggins and like Joe Rogan, which I guess that's not life coach, but like those kind of people. What's like the big one who's like really annoying?
Oh,
and he talks like this.
Oh, Ben Shapiro?
Him. But no, I can't remember. If someone remembers his name, let me know. He's really annoying.
And he talks like this.
Everybody knows him. Yes. And he talks literally exactly like that. So that's a good basement.
Yeah. They're just pissing me off today. And I just feel like it has been building. So I wanted to talk about The Pit because
yes,
I've been watching The Pit and I can't believe I haven't talked about it yet, but I don't think I had like really been watching it last time we recorded. You guys, if you haven't watched The Pit, if you can stomach medical drama and gore,
which I cannot.
It is literally, I don't get excited about TV shows. Anyone who knows me knows that. Like, I'm just not a big TV show consumer. I'm also not a big movie consumer. I'm more of like a book podcast consumer.
Yeah.
It's literally the best show I've ever seen in my whole entire life. I have given like 3 people my Max login just so that they can watch it. They're like, I don't have Max. I will give you my login. It's so fucking good. If you guys don't know The Pit, it's, well, I wanted to watch it because everyone in the medical field who like I've come into contact with has been like, it's the most accurate medical drama ever. And I'm like, okay, Slay, like I'd love to watch that. And it's going to be 15 episodes, but every episode is an hour long and it's an hour of the shift. So it's in real time of like how the shift goes. And I love it. It's just so, so, so good. And like the first couple of episodes, I was like, oh, he's blah, blah, blah. And then I'd be right. I'm like, oh my God, I should be an ER doctor. But yeah, it's just so good. And it was like that show where I was like watching it and Zach would be on his computer and then I'm turning around and he's like not paying attention to the computer. He's just watching the show. Yeah. And then last week when the new episode came out, he like came home, sat on the couch and he's like, okay, are you ready?
Oh like, my God.
Okay. And Zach does not get into shows ever. I don't even know if he's watched like a whole show while we've been dating. So yeah, it's so, so good. If you haven't watched The Pit, definitely watch it.
I can't do Grey's Anatomy. I can't do like medical shows, obviously because of emetophobia, but also like it just stresses me out in the way that like Euphoria is stressful to me. Like high stakes. Well, also it's a TV show, so it's not that high stakes, but it stresses me out.
Because I feel like I watched the first episode and then I turned it off because I was like, whew, like this is definitely not a show I'm going to be able to binge. But then I turned it off and I couldn't stop thinking about it for like 2 hours. So I sat back down and watched like 4 more episodes. And that's what happened with my other friend, Lauren, who watched it. She's like, watched the first episode. She's like, I'm going to have to take a break. I'm like, you'll be watching it again in a few hours. And she did. And so she keeps saying, clocking into my shift at The Pit. Like I've gotten almost every single person, actually, every person in my like girl group chat has watched it now. Either watching it or has like caught up. So it's just
do new episodes come out every week?
Yeah, so this week will be the 14th episode and next week will be the finale, the 15th.
Is it like, do you think it's being set up for a second season, or
it's already been renewed?
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, they are filming it right now.
Is it like a Max? Okay.
Yeah, it's a Max
Is
original.
this the first show that they're doing like with weekly releases?
No, because I think Euphoria was.
Oh yeah,
weekly.
Duh.
And I think White Lotus
I'm so glad
is
we're
too.
moving back to that. Is White Lotus? Oh yeah, White Lotus is Max. I don't know why I thought it was.
I haven't been keeping. I need to watch it, but
As a media consumer, I love movies and TV shows. I'm so glad we're moving back to like watching shows and shows being released on a weekly basis, because I get so overwhelmed when Netflix like releases a show that everybody's watching, but like all 10 episodes are already available.
yes.
That stresses me out.
Yeah.
And then I end up staying up till 4 a.m. trying to finish the show.
Yes, because then you want to be caught up, and then like
Yes.
everybody's already talking about it.
Yes.
I feel like it just gives you something to look forward to, which is really nice.
Yes.
But yeah, watch The Pit if you haven't. My favorite character is Mel, Dr. King. If you want a show with good autism representation,
yeah, she's the autistic one.
She's the queen.
Love.
And Kaylee, our friend Kaylee, just started it and she loves it. And I was just telling her before she started it that I loved her. And she's like, oh my God, I love her. And I was like, if you ever wonder what kind of women I'm into, like, I would date her. Like,
really?
I love her so much. But also, Noah Wiley, who plays the main doctor, is really sexy. So
Handsome.
yeah, it's just good. But
Yeah, I wish I could watch it because everybody's talking about it, but I'll be sitting that one out.
well, it's okay. Like, I'm not gonna watch Succession as much as everybody wants me to.
Yeah.
So that's like
Succession or Severance?
Severance.
Yep.
I did watch Succession. I didn't finish it, but yeah, Severance. Everyone's like,
Yeah.
you should watch Severance. I'm like, I'm just not gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Maybe someday, but
Yeah, it is so good. And that's one that is released weekly that I look forward to every week. I love visual media. I wanted to talk about The Storm.
The Storm, capital T, capital
If you
S.
live in the Pacific Northwest, you know about The Storm.
We will rebuild.
We will rebuild
Pacific Northwest strong. Yeah.
Just because it was hilarious to me that, and I think maybe they touched on this.
They did. Thompson talked about it.
Yeah, there was supposed to be a giant storm, and Thompson fully got like renter's insurance, which we did have, but it had lapsed like a month or two ago. But he renewed it. I don't know why. Like, I don't know what renter's insurance was going to cover. Because it's supposed to be like hail. And they said tornadoes,
warning.
but like, when has there ever been a tornado in Oregon? And it didn't even rain.
No, it was super windy.
Yes, it was very windy.
It was super windy because Zach and I walked to the gym and then walked back from the gym because Zach didn't want to park his car outside.
Yes.
So yeah, we just got blasted with the wind.
Yeah, we have a lot of big trees over here that you can't see in our backyard. And it's really scary when it's really windy because they just start like hitting the house, and they recently trimmed them though. So it hasn't been that big of an issue, but speaking of out there, we have 2 giant turkey vultures.
Yes.
I'm just going to update you guys on everything going on right now. We have 2 big turkey vultures outside of our apartment right now. They're gross looking. I've never seen one up close.
The
like
video
that.
you sent me, I was like,
Yeah.
they chin
look
thing.
like turkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
No. I think there's something dead down there, and that's why they're hanging out. So we'll see. I might be getting a new cat.
Yes.
I don't want to jinx anything, and I don't know. I really, really, really want her, and I feel really drawn towards her, but we just have to think about the kitties we have now. We have one kitty, Moosey, who would love another sister, but Coraline, just because she's so skittish and she's like made a lot of progress lately, we're gonna go meet the new kitty, and I just want to feel the vibe because I would hate for the new kitty to come in and like undo everything, all the work that Coraline's put in to grow as an individual. Last night Thompson was asleep and I was laying in bed trying to fall asleep, and when I first had Coraline, she would lay on my chest every single night, and then after I moved here, she hasn't really done it. But last night she fell asleep on my chest. I fell asleep petting her. She's so perfect. So the cat that we might get is beautiful.
Oh, she's
so precious.
Beautiful.
And she has asthma just like Mookie. As he's breathing
Suffocating
into the
himself.
blanket. Yes. Oh, and then my last thing is that I got a Shark Flex style,
Yes.
which my hair's
It makes you look
poopy
so
right now,
rich.
I literally, like, it changed my life. I'm probably gonna have to get all the other attachments. So I got it like on a really good deal, and I got the attachments for free. And I could have gotten all the other attachments for free as well, but in my mind I was like, I'm gonna be really, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Responsible and, like, not ethical, but, like, not wasteful. And I already have a blow dryer that has a diffuser and, like, the concentration nozzle.
Oh, you're
and,
better
like,
than me. If something's free,
oh, well, I
add
was
to cart.
okay, so I'm about to have to go buy some now.
Yeah.
And not get them for free. Because, like, what? I don't know why I did that, but it literally changed my life. I shower and do my hair in like 20 minutes.
Ugh.
If even.
I need that.
Oh, it's so nice. It changed my life. So anyways, those are my updates.
So anyways, let me see what I had in my notes app. I had some other stuff. My period's going to be late. Like, my natural cycles is predicting that my period's going to be late. It's going to be like, my cycle is going to be like 33 days. I'm like usually 29 days. And I can tell, like, I'm like, I do think my period will be late.
Yeah.
And because when it was like about the time my period should have started, I was like, no, like, this is not true.
When are you supposed to start?
I think I was supposed to start today.
Oh, okay.
It's usually like right around the first of the month.
Yeah.
And, but then today, as I ate a whole can of Pringles,
Yes.
I was like, that's not fair that when your period's late, you have a longer luteal phase.
Yes.
Like, what the fuck?
Why can't I have a longer follicular phase?
Right.
Which sometimes does happen. Sometimes I ovulate really late, but I don't know that in the moment. I'm not enjoying it to my fullest potential.
I'm just like waiting and waiting to ovulate.
Yes.
And then I have my long ass luteal phase.
Yes.
And so I've just been starving. I've eaten so much ice cream in the last like week. Like, when Zach was gone, I ate ice cream for dinner for 2 nights.
Yum though.
Tillamook, Rocky Road.
Yes.
And I might have to get ice cream tonight because now I'm like,
Probably.
wow, that actually sounds
really good.
But yeah, just a long luteal phase is not exciting to me at all. And
I don't think it's exciting to anyone. I have never met a person who's like, I love my luteal phase.
I actually don't like. I don't hate my luteal phase very much, just because my medication makes me have like no appetite, and so I feel like I eat a little bit more during my luteal phase, but also I'm just not eating anything good for me. Like I said, whole thing of Pringles today. Yeah. A 12 pack of the Round Table Parmesan twists.
Right.
That I got DoorDash to me, so it was like $20.
Right.
Yeah.
Which honestly,
and
probably would have been $20
and would purchase
anyways.
again. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I didn't have a car this weekend, so it's so funny because...
Oh, you did that again this weekend?
Yes.
I thought you were talking about when you did it
I've done it
last
twice
time
in the
Zach
last while. No, every time Zach's gone, I'm like, oh my God, what can I order?
Yes.
And I don't eat anything with like protein in it, nothing of like substance, because
No,
I'm like, I can
girl
just
dinner.
have the things that I would love to just have for dinner.
Yeah.
So, but I went and bought some new jeans.
Ooh.
I did invite Ellie to come with me. And
Okay,
she said,
I was
sorry, I'm in
depressed.
Oregon City. So I went to Levi's because, like I said, I'm in my luteal phase. I need new jeans for my trip, and while I'm on my trip, I'm also going to be in my luteal phase. So I'm like, I'm going to try on jeans
Wow.
while I'm
So
in my
smart.
luteal phase, because that's when I'm going to be like bloated.
I tried on jeans the other day while I was constipated, and that hurt my feelings.
Yeah, I retried on my jeans for Zach the other day, and it was like I had just been eating all day.
Yeah.
And I was like, give me a minute. Like, we'll try these on tomorrow.
Hold on.
But yeah, so I got some jeans for my trip, and I'm just like happy and excited about that, because I haven't like went and tried on jeans in a really long time. But also, like, I feel like I've just been putting off buying jeans for like when I'm going to magically be skinnier. But that's not fair to me now, who has no jeans that fit her.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was nice to just like let myself buy jeans and like spend the money on them, on nice jeans and not like Old Navy jeans, which no dig on Old Navy jeans. I have like 7 Old Navy jeans in my house right now. But I love Levi's jeans because I like a denim.
Yes.
I don't want it to be super stretchy.
I've pretty much transitioned out of all of my other brands of jeans, and like my core jeans, I have like 4 or 5 pairs that I rotate between. They're all Levi's.
Yeah.
Because they're just so structured.
Yes.
And I feel secure. And I love the way that they wear, like, before you wash them again.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. They don't really like stretch out while you're wearing them. Like
No.
these jeans, that's like, I wear these jeans all the time because they're one of the few pairs I have that still kind of fit me. They're too big on me. But these get so stretched out after wearing them for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
And so,
yeah,
I'm excited.
I have one pair of American Eagle jeans still, which honestly, okay, first of all, I went to American Eagle the other day because I want a pair of like looser white jeans,
Mm-hmm.
and Levi's just didn't have what I was looking for. And so I was like, well, let me go to American Eagle. Found a pair. I'm like, oh, these are really cute. Look at the price tag. $130
This is American Eagle.
at American Eagle.
American Eagle.
Yeah.
What were they when we were in high school? Like $60? They were still like expensive to our parents at the time.
Well, so they still have pairs that are like $60. This is apparently their new like high-end line.
Oh.
It's called AE 77. And of course all the cute stuff is back there.
Right.
So that was really disappointing because I mean, Levi's are like $90, $100, but
Yeah.
I'm not buying American Eagle pants. Also, they felt like the normal pants.
That's the
Which is
trick.
American Eagle quality.
Yeah.
They're good jeans, but they're not Levi's.
But they're not, yeah.
No.
They're not more than Levi's.
Why are these 120 however many dollars and the other ones are 60?
Yeah, and that's like, I have my good American jeans, and when I first got them, I liked them, and now that I've washed them a couple times, I'm like, I don't like these anymore.
No.
And good American jeans are like $100 and something.
Yeah.
I got them on sale.
Yeah.
But so they were like, I think 70. But now I'm like, well, I'm going to donate these because I got jeans I like more, and I'm never going to wear these anymore.
My favorite like fit of pants is Madewell, but they don't make a lot of styles that I like.
Mm-hmm.
I used to work there. Crazy. And they have really good discounts. So I had a lot of Madewell jeans, but they're just not my favorite like styles and cuts.
Mm-hmm.
I love the cuts of Abercrombie, but they go up my vagina so hard. Like,
Yeah.
I've never worn a pair of their pants or shorts that don't hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
So Levi's just has been the...
Yeah, they don't like, and even like I had a pair of the Levi's wedgie jeans, and those don't even go up your front.
Yeah. I have the Levi's rib cage ankle, but I get them in a longer length just because the ankle comes in just a little bit more. In like 3 washes, and then I have the dad jean that you can only get at like, you can't get it at a Levi's store, which is so annoying. I got them at Aritzia, but there's like their premium cuts that they don't sell at Levi's stores. And another one that I really like, the 90s baggy or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
But I
I
love
got
them.
the 50190s.
I tried those on and I really like those.
I really like them, and I got the low loose baggy dad or something.
Yes.
Yeah, I got a low-waisted pair. I've been waiting. And like my sister's like 8 years older than me, so like she was like in high school when low-rise jeans and like tube tops were really popular, and like she was my style icon as a child, and so I'm like, I got to be like Megan.
That's so fun.
Yeah, like I'm excited. I'm so excited to have low-rise jeans, and also I'm like perfect because I get like stomach pain when I wear my jeans too long, and I'm like, these don't even press on my stomach because they're not even on my stomach.
Right.
So, and then I'm gonna go back and get jorts.
Oh, I was gonna say my whole American Eagle thing was that I have a pair of American Eagle jeans that are my like.
Oh.
I feel I'm either like so bloated or like none of my other jeans are clean, or like if I ever just like need a backup pair of jeans, those are them, because American Eagle jeans stretch in a good way.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like these jeans, I'm not wearing my new jeans until my trip. I'm saving them.
Yes.
I'm saving myself.
Like the first day of school.
Yes. And so, but I think like once I wear those and then wash them and everything after my trip, these will be like I'm working from home and I want to get dressed, but I don't want to get dressed.
Yeah.
So these will be like because they're like 2 sizes too big, basically.
Yeah.
Like they look cute and baggy, but
I need a pair like that because I don't like the style of the American Eagle jeans I have right now, so I wouldn't ever just like wear them for funsies. But yeah, all of my jeans are Levi's, and so when I'm just working from home,
not easy
they
to
are a
wear
bit
around.
tighter.
Yeah.
So if I'm just laying like how I'm laying right now, it's not the most comfortable
Would
thing
not
in the
work
world.
out.
Yeah. So anyways, this is a
So
jeans podcast.
that was just, about 15, 20 minutes about jeans.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see Chaperone's clip on Call Her Daddy?
Yes, about kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
I haven't listened to the whole thing. I've just been seeing the TikToks of people's reactions.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about the kids thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I am someone who I don't know if I want kids, and obviously we grew up in the Mormon church, and so I went my whole life believing that like having kids wasn't really an option, or not having kids wasn't an option. And then I left the church and realized that I wanted to be young and selfish and not have to worry about like not have another human's life and well-being rely on me in like the greatest way possible. And I'm just in this season right now of like if I had a kid, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah.
I would not.
I was
would not have a
walking into
child.
work the other day before this clip even came out, and I was walking into work and I'm like, God, like I'm so glad I don't have a kid right now.
Yes.
Like I'm 27, I'll be 28 this year, and I'm so glad I'm not a mom right now.
Like,
but not in like a, I don't fully agree with what, if you guys don't know, Chaperone said every mother she knows is miserable and she would never have children. And I don't agree with that specifically. But I am happy I don't have kids right now.
yeah. I think that maybe every mother she does know is miserable. Not every mother I know is miserable.
Yeah.
I would be miserable.
Oh, yeah.
Having kids is my personal hell right now.
Yeah.
Like if like sitting here right now podcasting, Thompson's down getting drinks with friends, and I'm trying to stay here, I would be worried about what my child's doing.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be able to do this.
No.
Or when I'm having a really bad health day and Thompson has to go to work and I can't just take care of myself.
Or you just want to eat breadsticks for dinner, but you have to
Right.
teach a child to eat a balanced diet.
Right.
Yeah. And you can't just have ice cream.
Right. So I specifically saw lots of videos, but the one video I'm thinking of is like this mom. I also feel like the reactions to this whole thing says a lot about an individual. But there was this mom who was reacting to it, and she was like, does hell sound like, I don't know, it's giving all these examples of like kids doing things that apparently like, make her feel loved or whatever. And just everything she said, I'm like, yeah, no, I don't want that.
Yeah.
It's okay for people to not want kids, and like,
oh, I fully
duality.
agree. Yeah, you absolutely don't need to have children. I don't think that should be a requirement for anyone. I think what like rubbed me the wrong way. So like one of my closest friends is a mother. She just had her second child, Kylie.
Hi.
So cute, cutest baby in the whole world. Oh, I just want to eat him up. And then like I don't know if you remember Kennedy from high school. My friend Kennedy, she's about to have a baby. Like, I
played softball with her.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yep.
I don't believe, like, the mothers I know aren't miserable, but I agree that it's like, well, just because I don't know mothers that are miserable, like,
Yeah.
like I hate when people are like, well, I've never blah, blah, blah. Like when
Yeah.
I talk about my experience in the church and people are like, well, I never blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But I think my feeling on the situation is like, are they miserable because they're mothers, or are they miserable because the United States doesn't set mothers up for success? And like today on Facebook, I saw in like a Facebook group I'm in, a mom just talking about like, my maternity leave ends in like 2 weeks and I literally don't know how I'm going to go back to work, but I have to, like, I have to work. And like in the EU, like they have like maternity leave for a year. And so I'm like, are mothers miserable because they have kids, or are they miserable because we as a society basically force them to have children
Yeah.
and then have no support for them afterwards?
100%. Yeah. I think that, like, I think about my mom, if you're listening to this, I love you. And I know how, If you have ever been around my mother or around my mother with her kids, like, you know how much my mom loves her kids. Like, she is
the mom.
She is, yes. But I think about when because obviously Mormonism, she had us so young, and I do know that she was miserable for a while.
Oh yeah, she shares this openly.
Yes, yeah. And of course, I'm so grateful for my experiences, and I'm glad I'm here and whatever, but I wish so badly for her that she could have just been like young and gone through the like dark times that she was going through without worrying about 3 kids. And also the system, like, not really being able, she couldn't go to work, needs to stay home, take care of the kids, but then money's tight. And so, yeah, I think that there's just there's a lot of variables, and everything is nuanced. And no, I don't think every mother is miserable, but.
And I don't hate Chapel Roan for making that comment either. No. I just think it was kind of a bold statement. My first reaction was like, you always talk about how miserable you are as a pop star, and here you are still speaking on a podcast as a pop star, like pot calling the kettle black. But it doesn't really change my feelings about her at all. It's just like, I think it opens it up to a bigger discussion.
I am not that I don't like her, but I'm not her biggest fan, and I do feel like a lot of what I hear from her is like complaining.
Yes, she is a complainer.
Yeah. Which queen, me too.
But so true.
Sometimes when you have a platform and when the public is listening to you all the time. This is how you're making money. Yeah. Let's be happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Did you want to do your OC update?
OCD update? Yeah. I have talked about that I'm working with a newer therapist, and we've been working on my OCD a lot, and we've been working on my OCD a lot, and it's just been getting a lot better. So crazy that when you talk about things with like a therapist and you click well with a therapist, that like actually things start to improve.
Yeah,
so crazy. I think I've also talked about this, but I was seeing a therapist for like 4 months who I just did not like, and nothing was happening. But I was afraid to fire her because I didn't want to hurt her feelings. Which is crazy.
Which
is crazy.
Consistently not doing things because we're afraid of hurting people's feelings.
Right.
From now on, we're just going to say what we want to say. And if your feelings are hurt, I am sorry. I don't ever want to hurt your feelings, but
this is my truth.
This is my podcast.
Yes. But so I think it's a mix of a new therapist. I think I've been so tired. I just absolutely do not care anymore. And also just growth. But I've just been like fully like doing better. We've talked about a lot, and I've added a lot of things to my I'm doing air quotes toolbox. And one of the things that I'm really enjoying is I'm making an evidence list. And every time I don't do a behavior that I feel like is going to
save you, protect you.
Yes. I write it down, and then when I come back to it, then I write down the evidence, which is that I did not throw up. So it's like I went to my parents the other day after work because I was going to my nail appointment, and it just made sense for me to go to my parents for like an hour. And I picked up food and was eating there, and I'd washed my hands a million times, and I was going to eat pretzels, but I had touched something, and I was like, if I don't wash my hands, then I'm going to get sick, and then I'm going to throw up, and then I'm going to die or whatever. But I was like, no, I'm not going to wash my hands. And so I didn't wash my hands, and then I ate the pretzels, and guess what? I'm here, and I'm fine. But so then I added that's what I would add to my evidence list is I ate the pretzels with my dirty hands, and I'm fine. And it's been so helpful to like, because obviously I can think about that stuff. Like, I'm always thinking about like when I'm in the middle of a spiral being like, okay, well, I've always been fine. Like, whatever, but having it like visually in front of me and not just in my brain where the spiral is happening has been super helpful.
I feel like that's especially good for when worst case scenario does happen.
Yeah.
And then you can physically look back, because for me, when like I don't do my thing and then something bad happens, then I'm like, well, of course.
Yes.
And so like it's good to like look back and have a physical list of like, no.
Yes.
Sometimes just bad things happen and it's not your fault.
Right. 100%.
So, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, OCD behaviors that you're doing to prevent, or usually it's to prevent something from happening. Most cases, that thing that you're preventing is going to happen at some point.
Yeah.
And that can be really stressful and difficult. But yeah, having that list and being like, okay. Because when you're in that moment, it's like, oh, I knew it. Yeah. Every single time that I don't like.
Everything I've done has led up to this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've been doing that. And I've been thinking a lot about like, I've been doing a lot of just like observation, which is crazy to say. I am a very non-observant person, which is a downfall of mine, but I've been doing a lot of like active observation of like when I'm, and specifically when eating. I have a really hard time with eating when I'm not at my house. Like, so if I'm eating out or if I'm feeling particularly stressed about something and I'm around other people, I like watch people and like watch their reactions and think about like nobody thinks what I think. Essentially, like the spiral that is happening in my head.
21 Pilots of you.
Yes. No one else is thinking about this, and like they're all fine. And so if they can all be fine about it and go on about their lives and like not second guess it, then like I can too. I don't,
Yeah.
If someone touched the shared food, the chips that are in a bowl that 5 hands are going into, someone touched the one that I was going to eat, and they're all eating the chips, then I can eat the chip too.
Yeah. How else would you go to Matador?
Yes. Yeah. How else would I enjoy my tacos?
Exactly.
And my chips and salsa.
Exactly.
So, yeah, and I'm supposed to be starting Abilify, which I talked about last episode. I haven't yet because I lost it. And I didn't want to be like, I lost my Abilify, because I'm always nervous that people are going to be
right. They're going to be like, the cops are at your door right now.
Yes. But I found it. So, and I'm just, in case, because I also have anxiety about starting medications, but in case for some reason I have a horrible reaction to it, I'm waiting for a day that is not so stressful and busy.
I'm the same way. I like to start my medications when Zach's going to be home. Like, yeah, because I've had really negative drug reactions. So, not to say you haven't, but
your not dermatitis, your
cellulitis of the toe.
Going? Yeah.
Have I talked about that?
You did last week, because I think
it was like right after, like the day after, maybe.
Yeah, because I think the basement was the urgent care.
Yes.
Wow, I can't believe I just remembered that.
can't believe that either, because I think I even cut that out from the episode.
Oh, okay.
Crazy. Anyways,
inside
because
info.
I was being so negative, and I was like, see, negative. Sometimes you just got to be positive, because people don't want to hear you be negative all the time. My toe is better. I did a second round of antibiotics. Pain has gone away.
Were you doing oral, or was it like a topical?
Oral. I'm still doing topical, but the topical is more to treat the exterior, because I think it came from like
that's right, because cellulitis.
Energy. Yeah, it's like
an internal thing.
Yeah, it occurs when an external goes internal.
Okay.
And
so it is internal.
Yeah.
Is it okay?
But that's what I was taking the antibiotic for, and that's what was causing the pain, and like I was red all the way down the side of my foot.
Cute.
Yeah, crazy. And then so now it's fine, but they referred me to podiatry because they think they might have to remove that toenail. So we'll see how that goes.
Is it like near your toenail?
Yeah, well, that's how they think the point of entry was. And so they're like, well, it might have been caused by like an infected ingrown toenail or whatever, which just, you know what? Don't ever run. Don't go running. Now honestly, I'm paying the price.
Runner's feet. Runner's feet are interesting.
Yeah, now
runners
I'm
and
up
dancers.
from it. Yes.
Crazy.
Oh my God, dance feet are crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's better. And then I need to call and schedule my ultrasound for my lump in my breast, but
she's lump. She's love.
A lumpy space princess. So.
Well, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it's better.
Yeah.
I have this patch of dry, we're just talking about all the things today. I have this patch of dry skin that I thought was ringworm for a second, but
Oh, it's not?
well, I haven't gone in to have it checked, but it is not acting like ringworm, and it's
Is
not
it
itchy,
itchy?
it's not red, it's not any, I think it just might be a little patch of eczema.
Oh, maybe.
I have this one that reoccurs on my leg. It's just like a little like oval, and it kind of feels like that. It was itchy the other day for like an hour, but that's it, and it's been here for like 2 weeks. So
It's not like psoriasis? Like, have you ever been...
No.
You have psoriasis? My little
Yeah, I
brother
mean,
has
like, I'm not
psoriasis.
gonna not go get it checked, but it, you know, it's
Yeah.
not urgent to me.
Well, like, I have I have a wart on my shoulder right now.
Yep.
Which, like, I don't know if you can see it.
Oh,
But, like, it's clearly a wart. It's not
interesting.
like acne or anything.
Yeah.
But I have, like, other bumps. I just have bumps all over my shoulders that aren't acne.
Oh.
So I was trying to figure out what it was. And then it's like skin cancer. I'm like,
Right.
it's not. Like, I know it's not because I just got all my blood work done.
Yeah.
My white cells would be crazy.
Also,
That's why I'm not freaking
how
out
often
my
are your
lump.
shoulders exposed this time of year?
I also, like, I'm pretty good about my sun exposure
Yeah.
in general. So,
Yeah.
like, I don't really know. So if it gets worse, then I'll come in. But I'm not really worried about it. Oh, I watched apple cider vinegar.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want Ellie to watch it so that we can do an episode on it. Because
Is it a
was
show
so
or
good.
is it a movie?
It's a show.
Okay.
It's
How many episodes?
4 episodes.
Okay, I can binge that.
It's really, 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 really good. And I feel like it just, like, falls into everything that I've been so upset about lately of, like, pseudoscience and, you know, people just listening to influencers on how to cure their cancer and then people dying because of it. So, yeah, it was really good. And the main girl, I can't remember her name, did a really good job. But
And what's the other one about the girl who faked having cancer?
that's apple cider
Oh, it
vinegar.
is?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
So it's like 2 stories in the same
That's right.
thing.
Yes.
It's like the girl faked having cancer, and then it's another storyline of, like, a made up character, but she's, like, based off of a real person
Okay.
who got diagnosed with cancer, went the, like, alternative route and then died. She was like, I cured myself, blah blah blah, but she didn't.
Yeah.
I
do know someone who that happened to them recently, is that they had cancer and died because they thought they were going to be able to cure it themselves.
Yeah. So the thing
Which is
is,
very sad.
chemo is a chemo for a reason.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And the girl on the show that's, like, the made up character, like, her cancer was very, like it was rare, but they could have done something about it, but she didn't want to have her arm amputated. And so that's why she decided to do the, like, holistic route of, like, coffee enemas.
Okay.
You know, there are purposes for enemas, obviously. Hi. Or else we wouldn't have them.
Hello?
Don't put coffee up your butt.
Butthole?
It's so bad for you.
Yeah.
So bad. It can make you perforate your bowel.
Really?
Yes. It's really bad for you.
Interesting. Yeah, I, as someone who is frequently constipated to the point of needing intervention, the only enemas I'll do are the saline ones. And I used to use the Ducolax suppositories. Those, first of all, burn like nothing I've ever experienced before. And I just always felt awful after I used them.
Yeah, I mean, the, like, small fleet, the
Yeah.
saline one, that's what they would use in the hospital, so.
Yeah. And that's what I use in my house.
Good for the hospital, good for the house.
Yeah. That's what I say.
Ellie got tickets to Ethel Kane.
Yes, I did, which I knew that it was going to be a fight to get them. Thompson was like, it'll be fine. But yeah, I had to wait in line for like only 5 minutes, but it just feels weird to have to wait in line for Ethel Kane tickets.
Ethel Kane ticket?
Because she was just here last summer at Pioneer Square, and there were tickets.
They did not sell out.
No.
I mean, they eventually did sell out, but it wasn't like a
No.
rush to buy.
Her whole the whole US part of her tour sold out, and most of the Europe part of her tour sold out.
Which is great. Like, what happened between...
I think what happened was...
Were songs getting remixed?
I think, yeah. Sun Bleach Flies remix. And that stupid Colleen Hoover movie, Using Strangers, in the
Oh,
trailer.
I didn't know that was in that.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Ethel Cain. You would have
Literally.
hated Colleen Hoover.
Literally. Literally.
Yeah, that's crazy to me because, yeah. I mean, at least even more of an OG Ethel Cain fan than I am.
Mm-hmm.
But even like I have been listening to Ethel Cain for a couple years, and it's just crazy to me.
Yeah.
But that's also, I listened to Chappell Roan since like 2020.
Yeah.
Don't have very many artists that I can be like, I liked them when they were small. And matter like Ethel Cain and Chappell Roan.
I know.
Yay.
It's weird because obviously you want them to be successful.
Yeah.
And like,
but
have
also
good
it's like, I
careers,
want to
but
see you in small
I deserve,
venues.
yeah, I deserve a better ticket,
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. God.
Oh.
If you like, well, I don't even know what kind of music to compare it to, but if you like Ethel Cain and you like, I don't know.
Paramore?
Maybe. Yeah.
I know who you're gonna say.
Yeah. You should listen to an artist named Julia Wolf, and she is kind of starting to blow up a little bit.
Get in on the ground level. You heard it here first.
Put your finger on the pole. She's going on tour right now, and she's about to have an album come out, and I just have a feeling she's going to blow up too. But yeah, Ethel Cain, I've been listening to her for quite a while, and obviously, yeah, I wish nothing but success to the queen. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, damn,
I will
give me a little more time.
Hold on. I will say, like, as somebody who is fans of a few artists who have an annoying fan base, Ethel Cain fans.
Yeah.
I can't even like be in the Ethel Cain subreddit because
the Ethel Cain subreddit
they are the most gatekeepy fans in the whole entire world. Like, I know Swifties get their bad rap, but like I feel like there's like the crazy Swifties, but then there's like Swifties are walking amongst you every day.
Yes.
And you don't even know. But like
there
Ethel
might be a
Cain
Swiftie behind
fans,
you right now.
like, Mama, yeah.
Mama, there's
But,
a
like,
Swiftie behind you.
The Ethel Cain fans, like, if you say you like a song that has lyrics to it, they're like,
oh, yes.
Fuck you.
Yes. Yes.
I'm like, oh.
If you even mention the word crush or American or teenager, you might as well jump off a cliff.
They're tattooing a fucking upside down cross on your head.
Yes.
Which actually is very Ethel Cain. But
yes.
Yeah, like, Crush is my favorite song. And I do love Thoroughfare. And
yes. And those songs are
and
good,
what
and
about
we
it?
should enjoy them because they were made by the same person that makes
and guess
all
what?
of your obscure.
I like all her other songs too.
Yes,
just because my favorite is fun and happy.
Literally, be happy for once.
Stop being miserable.
Yeah, I'm really excited for her new album. And like I feel like everybody's so gatekeepy because she isn't poppy, and so it's pop.
They don't want the popification of which I get. Ethel Cain's not gonna do.
No. Did you hear her last album?
Hi.
There were 5 words in the whole thing.
Have you listened to Perverts? Yeah.
So
the album is called Perverts. Like, that's enough for you to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm getting tickets to see Bia Badoobie.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah. Next week, I think. So I'm excited for that. And then last night or the night before, I was looking at all of the, like, again, with the air quotes, the, like, EDM venues around Portland, like 45 East and the Den and whatever. And there's a couple people that I think maybe I'll go see, just, like, decide on a whim. I really want to go see Role Model, but there's no chance of getting decent tickets to that at this point.
No. I'm hoping we somehow magically make Tate McRae happen. We'll see.
Yes. I see Trisha Paytas. So the original plan was me, Anna, and Emmy go see Trisha Paytas. We bought our tickets. We're so excited.
So excited.
Anna informs us that she will be in Europe. And then a couple weeks later, Emmy realizes she has another concert in a different city that night that like a whole group of people is going to.
Like
so,
traveling out of state to come to.
Yes. So she can't really bail on that. So now it's me, our friend Savannah, and then I need to figure out who to give the third ticket to.
Yeah. Luckily, we're just like, I mean,
yeah.
I'm sure Emmy's the same way, but I was like, oh, like I won't sell my ticket. Just like take someone you want to go with. So,
yeah.
Which is always fun. I love like giving away a ticket if I can't go.
And then the next night is Thompson has a DJ friend. And
I'm so mad.
I looked up and he's playing at the venue that's the like rooftop food carts.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Zach and I were just saying we want to go back there.
Yeah. I haven't been yet.
Their food carts are really good.
Yeah. So that'll be exciting. And then James Taylor is coming to Portland late May, or Ridgefield. And that's Emma's favorite artist. So I think we might go to that. And then Julia Wolf is here in June. I have lots of concerts lined up.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome though.
And then Ethel in August. But, well.
That's all she wrote, I guess.
And what did he wrote? For the audio listeners, if it just goes quiet for a second, it's because we're
holding the microphone up to Smokey.
Which we started putting our episodes up, our video up on Spotify.
Oh, yeah.
So
I turned comments on.
Yes. Be nice, please.
Please.
My ego can only handle so much. So yeah, if you want to watch, but for whatever reason you hate YouTube, you can watch on Spotify now.
Yeah, if you don't want the ads on YouTube.
Next week we'll have more structure. Maybe. Actually, I'm not going to promise anything.
I have a couple like episode ideas ready, but when we don't record for a long time, it's hard to have a topic.
Yeah.
But
we just want to catch up. We want to tell you guys all of the things that have been happening because we love you and you're our bestie.
That's it. I'm going to go home and have fried rice for dinner. And I think egg rolls.
Yeah. From where? You?
Just the Safeway. Well, like frozen from Safeway, and then we're going to cook it. But
yeah. Have you had Trader Joe's fried rice?
Mm-hmm. That's really my favorite. Yeah. That's what we love. But when we are like in between grocery shopping trips and just need something, we'll pop over to Safeway.
I got all my Fred Meyer coupons today, so I'm going to place the craziest grocery pickup order.
It's going to be insane.
You aren't even ready for this.
I've been getting like, we'll wrap up after this, but I've been getting like the bread ick of like, I love bread. Bread's my favorite food, but like normal bread is like not hitting right now. I need to go to Great Harvest and get a loaf from Great Harvest.
I would go to Great Harvest and get a sample.
Yeah.
Like I would eat it and just be miserable.
I just need to do that because I'm like, I'm biting into bread and hoping it's going to be like Great Harvest bread, and it's not.
And I feel like you need to go and like sit in there for a little bit.
Yeah. And get a sandwich.
Yeah.
Custom.
Isn't there a Great Harvest close to you?
I don't think so, but I would drive. I would put in the
think
miles.
It's more over here. I don't know. But they're owned by Mormons.
The one in Clackamas is.
And the one over here too, I think.
Oh,
so they're closed on Sundays.
Oh, Mormons.
I hate them. I'm just kidding.
All right. Well, we will see you guys next week.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Bye.